So we are 4 days into my Songtember songwriting challenge and I don't like my song. Okay, so let me clarify that. I don't like my song yet because, I don't know about you, but around about day 4 or when you've just sort of about halfway through writing a song, that's when, for me, the self-doubt starts kicking in and my brain says, this sounds just like every other song. That chord progression is so generic. This song is going to be crap. And I just have to fight that and say, no, we're going to push through, we're going to get through. So today, we're going to push through. Let's get started. Now, if you are new to the channel here, my name is Pete and this is Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record and release your best music. And in the month of September 2019, we are doing a hashtag Songtember songwriting challenge. So what I'll be doing is creating, recording and releasing an entire song in the month of September, and I'm inviting you to join me. So if you are already here as part of hashtag Songtember, thank you, you're awesome. If you want to join in, check the link up there and in the description, and you can join us in this. It is not too late. If you're in the super future, then hey, just pick a month and do the same thing. It'll be cool. So you may recall from the previous videos that I had a riff for this song and it sounded a bit like that. I then built it out with a G to a C, down to an E minor, C, G. So yeah, and this is where I was listening to this the other day and I'm like, this sounds like a Pogue song or a Dropkick Murphys song, and there's even a Green Day song or two that I think this sounds too much like. So that is what sort of starts happening. You start thinking, I'm just so unoriginal, I'm plagiarizing, I'm not writing something that's going to be cool. You've got to block that out, because by the time you arrange it, by the time you add in other instruments, by the time you add your lyrics and your vocals and you produce it, it's not going to sound like that. Everything sounds kind of similar because you know what? There's 8 notes in most scales and there's only a certain number of guitar chords that sound good together. If there's a chord progression that no one's using, it's probably because it sounds crappy. So the reason that G, C, D and E minor sound good is that they sound good together. So don't stress out too much about that. Now, what I've actually done since the last video is I've written a bit of a bridge, but not a bridge, but a bridging between the verse and the chorus. So, da, da, da. So when we get to the end of the chorus, what I've actually wanted to do is go down to the E minor and then back to the G. And I've actually got some words. So I'm going to sing you what the words are so far. They're not much, but I'm going to play them here. And then what we'll do is I'll jump into the phone and I'll show you the voice recordings and what I've added in GarageBand on my phone so that you can see where we're up to. But basically, what we've got here is, at the end of the verse, we're going to go, hold on, it's gonna be a long time, hold on, 'cause it's gonna be a long, long time. Now, I think I've got most of the words for that wrong, but we're going to find out together because I'm going to jump in and take a look at what I've recorded and the ideas that I've captured here in my phone. Alrighty, this is going to be the part that's going to be slightly embarrassing, but we're going warts and all, because maybe if you see me do this here in a public video, then when you do it yourself in your own bedroom or your own studio, your own front room, wherever you're recording, then you won't feel so bad because you'll be like, ha ha ha, I watched Pete do that to hundreds of people. So let's jump in and take a look here. So what have we got? Well, we have our original track here. You saw this in the last video. I won't rehash it. We've got some acoustic guitars. We've got some bass guitar there, and we've got our electric guitar there. So what I wanted to do is actually try to capture some of these vocal ideas. So I did it 2 times. Here's my first vocal. If we come in here and solo it, let's just take a listen to what it sounds like solo. I haven't even listened to this solo, so yes, you're in for a treat. Let's hit play. Love is in the past, don't tell me. It sounded like I've had a very big night. Yeah, so let's now hit play on the rest of this track, because what I was doing, I do sort of mumble vocals, and this is what I wanted to get to here, is that you don't have to. You can do it different ways. Some people write all their vocals out and then try and push them into their song. I like to hear the cadence of the song, like the rhythm that I want to actually hear, so I just do it this way. I have all my music, and then I literally la 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 or do 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 or da 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 along. And this is where I get my vocal patterns, my hooks, and my melody lines from. So let's take a listen. We'll mute this second one, and let's just take a listen to this transition and the vocals that I'm experimenting with here. was in the dark, double SLD. I was in the dark, in the LLB. I was in the dark for the longest time. I was in the dark for the long night. I was in the rest for the rest shall be. All the fucking times will be the death of me. Hold on, 'cause it's gonna be a long, long time. Hold on. And there I go. I just continue on singing past the end of the musical part there. So then what I did is I redid that again because I kind of missed the start. You might have heard that I didn't sing along to that first part. So let's play this again, Sam, and see if we can capture whatever I had. So I listened back to that and I'm like, I'll try that again now. So let's hit play. I want to tell this is best of mine. So that's sort of the first one where I'm hanging out mostly on the G. So I want the verse to kind of be G with just a bit of C in that sort of first half, and then the second half to kind of mirror a little bit more of the verse. So then we go into something like this. And then I'd forgotten the words that I'd just written about it being a long time. So, yeah, and you might have heard in there at the end there, and I think, did I sing it just then? But, yeah, I want the last line to be blah, 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 to be the death of me, hold on. Because what I'm thinking this song's actually going to be about, it's going to be about something that I write about a lot, which is society and people and things. So what I wanted to write about is that the negativity, but I wanted to put a positive spin on it. So what the verse is going to be, it's going to be like, here's all the things I see, here's all the negative things that I see, and then if I get involved with it, it'll be the death of me. So hold on, it's going to be a long time, hold on. So the idea is going to be that, you know, everything we do is a marathon. So people are so impatient, they want everything now, they want everything to be done yesterday or tomorrow. What I'm going to say here is, hold on, it's going to be a long time, but you're going to get there if you persevere. So it'll be a song about perseverance, a song about sticking to things and doing the work to get there. And that's something that I've been really trying to live lately in terms of what I do with my music, with my video, with everything in life, with family, with all of that. So yeah, you need to work at it. And that's what I wanted to put into this song. So it all came out of the fact that when I started playing the chorus part, I wanted to have something in there, and hold on. Sounded good. Now this sounds like a couple of songs. Sounds like Ballad of the Skeletons, which if you don't know about that track, very cool song. Search it, Google it, YouTube it. Maybe I'll put a link down in the description, although then they might go, hey, this song sounds like that, and then they'll claim copyright on it somehow. And there's a Green Day song. There's a couple of Green Day songs, especially from their more recent albums, that sound very much along these lines. So, but that's okay. As I said, it's all right. We're going to stick with it. So why don't we now jump over, because what I did after this, I got these ideas down. I then simplified down that vocal pattern because it did sound like a bit too much like the Green Day song, which was like, I was a young boy who had big plans. So if you know that track, again, I won't sing any more of it. But let's jump over to the Voice Memos app so that you can take a look and a listen at where I've developed this to now, because that's what I'll then bring back into GarageBand in the next video to show you how we've progressed here. So we're back here in Voice Memos once again. Now here are the first two that we did back on Tuesday, Irish Fever and Irish Fever 2, Electric Boogaloo. So we won't play those because you heard those in the last video, but you can see here, I've changed this one to Hold On, just so that, you know, I'm inconsistent and I forget which one's which. But let's just start playing this, and I'll pause as we go through and explain what I'm doing and how the song's shaping up. Because see, we've got 2 minutes 20. So I've played through the intro, I've got the verse, I've got the chorus, and I've even got a second verse and into a bridge, I think, here. So let's play, and here we are. This is the rough half a song draft of my new song that we're working on here for #Songtember. Getting ready? Irish Fever is now called Hold On. There we go. And apparently I started playing it much faster. So go figure. Let me know what you think. Should it be faster, slower? Was the original tempo better? What about this one? Anyway, let's keep going. So that's the intro. It's going to be a longer intro, and immediately, again, we're talking self-doubt. This is going to be the self-doubt episode. My self-doubt was saying, that's too long. Shouldn't you actually reduce that down? Don't songs these days kind of start and they just go? None of this sort of 8-bar intros, and you want like 2 bars and then you're singing and then you're into your chorus somehow. You're playing your hook. But I don't know. I think with the right instrumentation, this is actually going to work well and it'll be a good intro. Anyway, once again, it's not set in stone. We'll workshop this. Let's keep going. So that's that last da-da-da-da-da will be the death of me. And then we move into the chorus. Now, you'll hear there that the original lyrics, I was going to go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I've sort of lowered that down. I want less words and simplified lyrics because this actually came from a tip from Brian, who was on our live stream just yesterday. So Mike and myself, we do Creative Studio Live every week, and we just songwriting episode. I'll link it up the top there and in the description if you didn't catch it. But Brian, who's an amazing songwriter, really cool guy, gave some tips, and he talked about sometimes simplifying things and doing the whole less is more, which I really like to get behind. So I'm going to simplify those lyrics and make them a bit more punchy and not be so da-da-da-da-da-da, because A, I run out of breath when I sing, and B, it'll be more meaningful if you can, precise words that you really want in there. Anyway, let's continue on here and play the chorus section. Hey! And I really want a hey, like a big sort of hey, da 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 da, or yo, like some sort of big, loud, like group vocal, gang vocal there to go into it. And then we go back into a shortened version of the intro, which I kind of like because I think it's going to bridge the 2 verses. Let's take a listen. We're continuing on with that simplified vocal. And what you hear there is I'm varying up the vocal for the second verse. I'm hearing some harmonies coming in here, but I did want to change it. And this is something I say about songwriting a lot. It's super easy in the cut and paste world we're in today to take your first verse and then just make your second verse a repeat of this first verse. Try to avoid doing that. You want to get some variety in there. So this is my idea for changing it up and adding some variety to the vocal. Hey, again. And then I think I try a bridge here, which I kind of improvised on the spot, which is another cool thing. If you've got your voice memos running, you've got your camera running, I say this a bunch, but just keep going, keep recording and see what you might capture. This may be the bridge, it may not be, and I can't even really remember what I played. So let's find out now. Oh, that's unexpected. I forgot that I changed it up the second time around. I'd actually forgotten what I played there. But there you go. This is the beauty part of actually recording. And I was chatting to someone on Instagram just before. I've been trying to connect with more people on more social platforms, hence the TikTok videos that you may have seen recently, because I want to just try things, because why not? Like that, I'm going with a why not attitude instead of a why attitude, and it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. Anyway, I was chatting to someone on Instagram, and they were asking about mixing and EQ, so not really songwriting related, but they were saying, so how do you do it? And the whole concept of how do you do music, how do you write songs, how do you mix songs, how do you master, how do you release? My answer was there is not a way. You can watch videos, you can learn things, there's best practices, there's principles, there's suggested ways to do things. There are some rules, but I prefer to call them guidelines around what you should try to do. But there's no substitute for just trial and error. There's 100% no substitute for just trying to do things and seeing what works. Literally throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And the more you do it, the more you work out what works for you. And that's the problem. People say, how do I write a song? Like, what words do I use? What chords do I use? Depends. What sort of song are you trying to write? Starting with the why, another tip we got in the songwriting video yesterday, starting with the why can really help you define your song. Anyway, we're going long on this video, so I'm going to finish up here. But you can see here that, yes, whilst I don't like this song yet, I think we've got potential here. I think we can actually get there with this one. But I want your feedback, your opinions. As always, I'll be down in the comments of this video chatting to whomever would like to give me some feedback, give me some advice. Tell me it sucks, tell me it's great, tell me what I need to do differently, but give me some sort of feedback. If it sucks, tell me why it sucks and what I need to do differently. That'd be great. There's 2 videos linked down below if you want to catch up on the rest of the series. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking or tapping on the Studio Live Today icon, and I'll see you on the next video.